Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Do Let McNeill Crafts. So today we are on the third week of No Spend November with the lovely Sabrina Kaye. I, as you know, have chosen the theme of Alice in Wonderland, and this week we are altering a bag. So I have pulled out some of my Bo Bunny papers, and this is a sheet of paper from, I think it's the Hunky Dory Twilight collection, and I got this from a D-stash from the lovely Laura from Mrs. Stationery and Stuff. So I am going to, I think I'll just chop this page down and the rest I'll do with ripping and tearing, and we can build the bag together. Okay, so I've just chopped that down so it's roughly the size of the bag. I still have been good and stuck to my No Spend November. Haven't replaced my wet glue. So I have got a little bit of gel medium to the side here, and that is what I am going to use today. Now, I'm a little bit, I'm sure all of you will be aware, because as you, those of you that do YouTube videos, as you upload your video now, there's the whole thing about COPPA and the child protection thing, which obviously it's very important to protect our children. I have a 7-year-old who is constantly on YouTube, so I absolutely am with what they're trying to do, but understand how it affects different people and all of that sort of stuff. But I'm not overly sure of how it affects us as a crafter, so I had planned for my bag to be using some of my Disney Alice in Wonderland stuff, but I'm not sure how that falls under the, because when you look at the wording of it, it appeals to children. So Disney Alice in Wonderland is going to appeal to children. So part of me is wondering whether I need to take down the videos that I've done that are Disney themed, and also if I need to take down the videos that I've done where my daughters ended up joining me. I have no idea. If anyone knows, feel free to say. So yeah, so what was in my head I can't do, so I'm a little bit sort of crafting on the hoof. Plus, as you'll have noticed by the time that this goes up, because it'll probably be late Saturday night instead of sort of 11 AM as I have been doing it the past few weeks, I am kind of doing this last minute. It's been just one of those weeks. I have a friend who has been not very well, and so I've spent quite a lot of my week in a hospital, and I feel like I'm very behind with everything that I'm meant to be doing. And yeah, so I apologise for the lateness of my video. So I'm just going to keep this simple. This has got, thankfully, both these paper kits, the ones by Hunky Dory and the Bo Bunny one, have these lovely purples in them. So actually, although it's two separate kits, they do coordinate quite well. Still not loving this glue. It's quite difficult because I feel like I'm trying to work on an uneven surface because the base is folded up, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we'll put that there, like so. So what about all the others, all the rest of you who are doing this collaboration with me? Have you stuck to your No Spend November? It's harder than you think. Although, to be honest, it is harder than I think, but it's also sort of very good for me because I really can't afford to be spending anything anyway, so it's an added thing. What did I see the other day? I saw something the other day that I would have liked. I'm trying to think what it was, whether it was on the telly box or, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think what it was now. Can't have been that amazing because I've forgotten already. Okay, so as always, I am going to edge this in black, and we kind of seem to be, we've sort of definitely done the background there. Just need to find some ways of embellishing it up. I do have another sheet of this paper beside me, which I may chop into. I'm not used to using slap it on for paper. Slap it on. This is an indigo blue gel medium. My hot glue gun is downstairs, but I've kind of fallen out with that. It's like I take a class on a Friday night, and I always have to, and for insurance purposes, I have to sort of give a reminder that you've got to be careful with the hot glue gun. And I always sort of say, be careful with the glue gun because it's really, really hot and it sticks like glue, and they all laugh at me. And did I not really badly burn myself? Oh my goodness. I wanted to cry. wanted to cry. It was because we were sort of running a bit late, and I'm holding them in Hobbycraft in the store, so I was aware that the store was closed and I was trying to really quickly throw everything into my bag. And because I wasn't actually crafting, but rather tidying, I just didn't think about it. Now, I'm going to see what's in here, because the one I like is not the purple colourway. So let's have a little root. Yeah, so I really badly burnt my finger. Oh my goodness, it was so sore. So I've left the heat guns downstairs. When I've fallen back in love with it, I might I might get it out. But for today, I think that gel medium may be preferable. That's quite nice. I could maybe put a wee ribbon around that as well. What have I got? That's just a torn bit of paper. Don't quite know why that's back in there. Okay, I'm just going to have a little rummage. Okay, so I've chosen a few little bits and bobs for me to have a play with. One of the first things I thought I would do is maybe put a little bit of ribbon around the handles. So at the minute, I am just going to take that down with double-sided tape. And then what I can do a bit later is put a strip of paper across that, so I can maybe do that after and show you. And I was thinking, if I don't want to, I want to wrap it round, but I don't want it to completely cover it, which is what seems to be happening at the minute. I kind of more want it to be a bit stripy looking. So if I do that, oops, just adds another element of interest to the bag, makes it look a little bit more homemade. And then I will stick, oops, that back there with double-sided tape, and then I will do the same, I think, to the other handle. So that's me done both the handles. And then what I'm thinking now is if I put a big bow just here. And what I normally do is I always tend to do my bow with a massive bit of ribbon and then cut the tails down to where I want them to be, so I don't tend to worry about the tails too much at this stage. I just get the loops of the bow how I like them. So I do tend to fiddle quite a bit. Now I want it big enough that when I put a rose down, you can still see it. Let's have a look at the, yeah, maybe go for the medium rose, I think. Okay, so I'll put my little V in there just to stop it fraying. I think I did this last week as well with my ribbon. Okay, oops, that one's a bit longer than the other. Cut that more off. There we go. Right, let me see if I can give this a little bit more dimension, and we'll stick that down there. Oops. Quite an easy project this week. I've not done anything overly complicated, so I'll pop that there, and then I think I'll put a smaller one and just, oops, try not to get the gel medium on the ribbon. Just put that under there. Now I've got this little tag and I was just going to match it up, put ribbon through it to match it up with the handles. Seeing as it's already got those sort of little holes in there that are sort of asking to be decorated. So I'm just going to keep it really simple and just thread it through. I'm not going to try and do any sort of fancy knots or anything, because we've got the detail on the handles. We don't want too much detail everywhere or it'll kind of be lost a little bit. So I'll grab some more of my gel medium and we will stick that down. Make sure I don't cover Alice. There we go. Right, now Do we want to do that? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay, so we're getting there. I'm thinking that if I chop this rose in half, we can have a few, we can have it peeking around in a few different areas. So yeah, we can maybe pop it there. Now, my rule of threes is going to want me to have another bit over here, but then I'm not just too sure whether... Right, I'm going to have to chop this in half again. Because I'll want the balance right, so let's have a little look. How can I get this to look right? Nope. Decisions. Okay, if I put a little bit up. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh dear. It'll have to go here, but sort of further down. Okay. We'll go with that, and then I can see where I can tuck the other one. It's just that because I've got some there and there, I need it over here as well, to sort of bring the eye round and make it look like like it's the design. So hang on, if we just do that. Okay, and then I will want a little bit peeking here, but obviously I need it not to look like a corner. So hang on, if we... There we go. If I tilt it at an angle in there, I can fit it in. Oops. I have to re-stick some of this down, but that's okay. There we go. And I'll just pop that down in there like so. So I think we're almost done now with this. I'm just going to pop a few bits of washi around. I'm just grabbing some gel medium and popping them into some of the corners that are popping up a little bit, just to make sure that they are nice and secure. But I think that's looking okay. Right, so as I said, I've got a few bits of washi tape. So we've got the diamonds. Let's go for some polka dots and see if we can just build up a bit more interest. A little bit up here, oops. Okay. And I've got this music one, which I think I said in my last video seems to be going on everything, so we will put a little bit of that here as well. Well, the Mad Hatter sings a nice song, doesn't he? So there are lots of songs in Alice in Wonderland, so why not? Why not indeed? Okay. Oops. So I'm thinking I am just going to get a couple of gems for under here and maybe down there, and I think that could be me done. Okay, so I've got these lovely gems that have got a little bit of a purpley tone, and conveniently they come on a strip. So I'm thinking that we could just... Actually, what I might do is do a little corner. Let's move this over a little bit. I need it to be an odd number, so I'm trying to aim for... Let's aim for 7 sequins then. That'll be about right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep. 2, 3, right, so I've only got 6 on that one. I'll just pop that to the side. 3, 6, 7. Oops. Okay, and then I'm thinking maybe just have 3 down this side as a little feature. And then I will just tuck a few in around these roses, just as little loose ones. I normally quite like a little scattering of gems. I think it's a good way of bringing the eye round to see different things. I also think I may need to just finish off with a little bit of doodling, because it's just feeling like it needs a bit of a border. And then I think that could be us. So I am going to just do a wibbly wobbly line. Around the edge. Like so. And then let's do a big sort of messy writing swirly thing just on the corner. I think I saw is it Tracy Evans do something like this on the telly box. I was like, oh, that's quite good. And I like doodling anyway, but I like the fact that there was sort of a bit more messiness to it and randomness. That's cool. And I'll maybe do a bit up here as well. Okay, awesome. I think that may be me. So, as I've said before, this is a collaboration hosted by the lovely Sabrina. I'm just pulling that down there so you can, hang on, put it on an angle, there we go. Hosted by the lovely Sabrina Kaye, No Spend November. There's lots of lovely ladies taking part, 30 in fact, so please do go and check out what they have all done. I'm sure you will be provided with absolutely loads of inspiration. And don't forget to join us all for the last week next week, which will be a tag. So thanks for joining me. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I will be back again very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.